What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Here is my Throwback 7, where I call it the Getting Old 7, where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning 10, we got the Twilight Saga Eclipse, which I know it's the cool thing to hate on the Twilight movies. I don't hate the Twilight films as most people do. They aren't great. I mean, yeah, vampires don't sparkle, but, you know, the Twilight movies do have a fan, and I would say the third one was actually pretty solid. I did quite like the scenes with Edward and Jacob together. Those Their interaction was actually pretty cool here. Yeah, and of course, a year later, we ended up having Breaking Dawn. Then a year after that, ended the saga. Who knows? Who will get more Twilight movies in the future? But Eclipse was actually pretty decent. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I saw it when it got released. So yeah, gotta close that. Sound like hot stinks on there. Anyway, okay, another film that turns 10. Oh, Jesus. God help me right now. One of the films that turns 10 years old is one of the worst motion pictures we have ever seen. It is M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender. Yeah. The horrible live action adaptation of the Nickelodeon show. Granted, I'm not really the world's biggest Avatar and Last Airbender fan. I would go on the record there. But that doesn't take away how bad this movie was. I have seen Last Airbender episodes, and I would say those are actually better than the film. The Last Airbender movie just. Great. It killed the poor kid's career. One who plays Aang, no Ringer. His only other feature after this was Cowboys and Aliens. Yeah, it sort of killed Dev Patel's career a little bit because he followed Slumdog Millionaire off of this. It was one of the worst movies M. Night Shyamalan's done. Last Airbender is just it's awful. It's one of the worst things to ever come out of Hollywood. I even think Dragon Ball Evolution is actually far better than this. I would admit that right up front. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Last Airbender, you don't need. Just watch the show. The movie just. Ooh, lots of fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender hated this movie too. So yeah, I mean, if you ask everyone, like every Avatar: The Last Airbender fan, about the Last Airbender movie, they'll tell you how horrible this film is. Anyway, also turning 10, we got Love Ranch, which whoever knew that Joe Pesci could sing alone. But this is directed by Ray director Taylor Hackford, and it takes place in the late 1970s. And Grace and Charlie Bentino open up Nevada's first league of brothel, and their lives take a turn when a boxer from South America comes to the brothel to train because a deadly love triangle to form. You got Joe Pesci, Helen Mirren was in this, Gina Gershon. You had Bryan Cranston was in this. It was actually not. It was not so bad. I mean, I still love Ranch. It's not that great of a film, but I thought it was a pretty decent. It was like before The Irishman. This was actually Joe Pesci's last feature film, believe it or not. But Love Ranch, it's a bit of an underrated little gem. So, all right. Now the film's turning 20. Speaking of horrible movie adaptations based on cartoon series, all right. The film that turns 20, we got The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Who remembers that one with Jason Alexander, Rene Russo, one of the weirdest roles Robert De Niro has ever done. Of course, based on the iconic classic cartoon with with the little squirrel, with Rocky, Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Also had Piper Perabo, who I always adore. I mean, the late Carl Reiner was also in this film. You had Randy Quaid, David Allen Greer, Keenan and Cal was in this. It's horrible. The, I mean, this movie is very outdated. It really feels like a 2000s film. You could tell this movie's from early 2000s. But it is a horrible, horrendous mess of a It's a horrible mess of a film. It's not so funny. There's loads of movies based on cartoons that are horrible, and this is one of them. I mean, this Scooby-Doo movie was far better than this piece of garbage, but yeah. All right. Also, 2020, we got the awesome Wolfgang Pearson directed movie, The Perfect Storm. This is an awesome film. You got George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, William Fichtner. You had Diane Lane, John C. Reilly. It's terrific to watch. Great effects. It was a bit of ahead of its time, but it's really solid. Really decent disaster flick. Mark Wahlberg and George Clooney, those two really play off each other well. If you guys never seen The Perfect Storm, go check it out. Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? With the 10 years one, I'll probably go with Eclipse. I think Eclipse is actually much better than most people give credit for. Last Airbender is definitely not one of them. The 20 years one, definitely The Perfect Storm. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Tim Movie signing off.